Okay, I'm going to save. There's so much to do. This is happening so fast. There's so much to get to. I'm actually going to save what was in the description about Bill Gates. We're going to save that till tomorrow because there's so much going on. I don't know if y'all are tired of winning. I ain't tired. All this damn winning. And I am excited about it. Oh, isn't it nice? Sunlight being nature's best antiseptic or life's best antiseptic. We're just going to shine light onto all of this nonsense. If I hear this one more time, I might lose my mind. If I hear, well, USAID in the cuts that they're proposing are less than 1% of our nation's budget, I am going to lose my mind if I hear that again and it is not immediately responded to with treat it like Pokemon Go. You got to get them all. If we get 1%, that's on the way to 100%. If we can get all of the fraud and nonsense out of 1%, it's been 17 days, y'all. 17 days. And we have already taken billions out of the budget. Oh, that's just less than 1%. Yes, it's less than 1%, but it's 1%. That's the same as making a cut to your family's budget, cutting back a little bit, when to make ends meet, or maybe put a little away for a vacation or put away for savings. Then you said, okay, let's look at what we can cut in our household budget. They said, okay, we can get rid of this streaming service. And then the kid holds his hand up and says, Dad, it's only like, look at the chart here, it's only like 1% of our household budget. So that's not really going to do much. Let's keep that streaming service. And then going on and on with that. It's childish. It's absolutely childish. The argument that we are only tackling 1% of the nation's budget with USAID is completely childish, and the reason why we need to go through each and every department with a fine-tooth comb. Don't think you're Social Security, we're coming at you. Medicare, Medicaid, coming at you. Department of Defense, hold your breath, kids. Plug your nose. Let's jump in. It's going to get crazy. It's only been 17 days. This is an 18-month program. 17 days. It's an 18-month program. Woo! Wow. Yes. Yeah, 1% of government expenditure is a pretty big deal, right? Isn't that wild? I just you got to understand that 1 trillion seconds, if we went back in the time machine, 1 trillion seconds, that's 32,000 years ago. That's how much a trillion is. It's unbelievable that people are just 1%. So it is 1%. Yeah. 1% of my damn money. 1% of your money. 1% of your money has been overspent and overspent and overspent and overspent for decades. And every one of them, every one of these bozos in Washington, D.C., Republican and Democrat, we're going to balance the budget. I'm going to balance the budget. Now we have somebody doing it, and we realize that they're all a bunch of charlatans because somebody's doing it, and they're all freaking out about it. I have to tell you, we'll get to the freak out in a minute. I have to tell you one of my favorite stories that has come out of the USAID BS. This is one of my favorite stories. This is the story or the realization, the discovery, that all of these celebrity photo ops with the little dictator tot, Volodymyr Zelensky, were all paid for. It was all staged. In the back of our minds, we knew that was probably the case, but now it's out. And it's out with how much money these celebrities were being paid. Do you remember when that schmuck Sean Penn showed up and gave him his Oscar, gave Dictator Tot his Oscar? That's fitting because he's a fantastic actor. He's been playing the role of leader of a war-torn country for years now. And he's done a hell of a job. Here's your Oscar. Sean Penn was given, I believe, $5 million to do that. Angelina Jolie, $20 million. What was that guy's name? Orlando Bloom. Remember him from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies? Yes. Orlando Bloom was given $8 million. And Ben Stiller, this is what I want to talk about. Ben Stiller showed up. Let's watch Ben Stiller chatting it up with the little dictator tot. Here we go.
Really nice to meet you.
Oh, so nice to meet you. So nice to meet you.
Honor for you.
No,
We know you very well.
it's a great honor for me, and nice to see you.
Yeah, who this guy is?
It's really wonderful. You're my hero.
What?
Yes.
Why?
No. As you quit a great acting career for this.
Not so great as you.
No.
Oh, not so great you,
for
sir.
what you've done and
Mr. Stiller. Mr.
for
Dodgeball.
the country and what, for the world. It's really.
This is embarrassing. This is
It's too
cringe
much
as it
for
gets.
me. Chief of all.
He's given $4 million to be there.
Nice to meet you. I understand.
Listen.
That is in information in media, yes, that there are a lot of information that it's not safety in Ukraine. So, but we know it because that is the war. It couldn't be safety everywhere.
Right.
But very important for us that people don't forget. It's not interesting to speak about the war every day, just for audience, for different people. But for us, it's very important. Yeah. When people forget to speak about it, the influence and how to push to Russia, it's very difficult. Thanks to such people like you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So we can do it.
Yep. That's it. That is the entire plot right there. And little dictator tot's not wrong. It's boring talking about war every day. It's boring. It doesn't lead the news every day. It doesn't. It gets boring. So we need to, through USAID, pay you idiots millions of dollars to come over here and remind everybody war is cool. War is something to talk about. We need to give Ukraine billions more because I saw him sitting with Ben Stiller. Absolutely absurd. It was all a sham. It was all a sham. And now here's this. Do you remember Comics for Kamala? Do you remember that? There was White Dudes for Harris and all that stuff. And Comics for Kamala was co-hosted by Ben Stiller. After Ben Stiller was paid $4 million of your tax dollars, $4 million, your tax dollars, went and announced he was going to be kicking in $150,000 to Kamala Harris's campaign. That's called money laundering. And that is why the Democrats are losing their bleeping minds right now, is because they've been caught laundering your tax dollars for their own benefit. They didn't care how many Ukrainians were thrown off to war, thrown off to slaughter on the front lines. They couldn't care less. Kyiv has more bars and restaurants open than before the war. They're doing great. They're doing great. It's all coming around, and it's fantastic, and it's so fun to see. That's money laundering. Tell me that's not money laundering. What would you call it then? If it's not money laundering, what would you call it? I would name all of these celebrities in a RICO case, all of them. But here's the deal. They're oh, no, I didn't receive any money. No. Just like Oprah Winfrey. Remember that? Did you receive millions of dollars to host the Kamala event? No, I didn't receive anything. I got no money. Her production company, Harpo, did. Yeah. Oh, no, I didn't get any of that. My agent got it. Oh, sorry, my attorney got it. My accountant got it. I didn't get any. No, none of my money. Nope. It is absolutely redonkulous. Missing 100 billion probably went to Vegas. Double it. Yeah. Hey, always bet on black, right? Home budgeting on a larger scale. Alfred, I agree with that. Remember that? Okay, so Alfred, let's actually talk about this. Home budgeting on a larger scale. Just kids don't want a cookie fund to cut because they're eating the cookies and don't want to admit that. Say yes. Okay. But think about this. Because people say, oh, no, the government funding is so much different than simple household budgeting. It's so much different. Okay, I'll agree with that for a bit here, but I would love to see what you're talking about. Those are the same people that said you can never have a businessman be the president of the United States and run it like a business. Donald Trump in his first term ran the country like a politician. He didn't know better. Now he's running it like a business. Look what's happening. All of our business partners around the world are falling in line because the CEO is in town. The CEO is watching you, and the CEO says your job is toast, if you don't fall in line and get this stuff done. And they are. It's fantastic. It is absolutely fantastic. Got paid, easier to understand why they had their, yeah, that's, I would actually throw that up on the screen, but we're not allowed to. Yeah. So war torn. It's safe for celebs and dignitaries for their photo ops. Yeah. It's just war torn is a bunch of nonsense, but it's all going to come out again. Part of this Doge thing is going to expose all of the Ukrainian funding and where it went. We get to see how many children of politicians have become rich during this, and it's going to be too much fun. Clean house. This is what drained the swamp was. Period. This is what drained the swamp was. Again, Donald Trump in his first term was a politician. He can't drain the swamp as a politician. You can't be the swamp and drain it. Now he's in as a businessman with no re-election bid. It's draining the swamp. Oh, it's fantastical. It's fantastical in every single way. You're going to hear several people throughout the show say, this is illegal. This is illegal what Elon Musk is doing. It's illegal. It's not. It's not illegal at all. As a matter of fact, Doge is not a new organization. Okay? Doge is just renamed. It's the United States Digital Service has been renamed Doge. That's been a office of the president for years. Now it's just renamed and actually doing its job of efficiency. That's the way it's digital. It's efficiency. It's an upgrade. So we're trying to upgrade the government to efficiency. There needs to be between that organization and the Oval Office a liaison. I think that's French for guy that goes back and forth. A liaison. Help me out, Greg. A liaison is a dude that just runs back and forth. That's Elon Musk. So by government standards, pre-government standards, Doge is exactly what it should be and doing exactly what it should be. It's a deal. Again, going back to legality and unconstitutionality. We'll get through that through the whole show. You're going to hear this nonsense. The office of, Doge now, and it was the United States Digital Service. That office is under the purview of the executive branch. Who is the boss of the executive branch? The President of the United States of America has sole authority, discretion, and control over each and every person and pen in the executive branch. Period. None of this is illegal. If any of this is legal, lock him up. Go ahead. Lock him up. Get some more some nonsense charges and put Trump and Elon in some bracelets and get them into jail. Let's book them. They're not doing anything illegal. The Democrats know it. Oh, isn't it fun watching? You're right. It's fun to watch the cockroaches scatter. Las cucarachas scatter like crazy. Oh, it's too much fun. Who do we get to here? Let's start with let's start with Bernie. I'll spare you my Bernies. Feel the burn. Okay, feel the burn. Bernie Sanders. Here we go.
Along with looking for waste and the kinds of bureaucracy that exists, I think we can do a whole lot to get rid of the waste, the fraud, the excessive bureaucracy that exists in government, especially, by the way, in the Defense Department.
Not going to argue with you, Bernie. That's perfect. Okay, so then shut up. So then right now, shut up. Right now, done. You're done. Shut up. I don't want to hear any more from you. Say there's nothing wrong with going through each of these departments and finding the waste and fraud. There's nothing wrong with them. Then shut the hell up. There's nothing wrong with going through the departments, especially the Department of Defense, which I hate because I want a foreign dictatorship to come take us over because I'm a communist. I'm Bernie Sanders. Feel the burn. There you go. Let's go back to him. Sorry.
What is wrong right now is one simple reality. What Musk is doing is illegal and unconstitutional.
Okay, now show us. Show us what the illegality is. Where is he breaking the law? Show me. Show me. Because again, the Department of Digital Services is now Doge, and it is in the executive branch, which is run by Donald Trump. And there needs to be a liaison in between each of the division and the department, excuse me, and the White House, the Oval Office. Direct line to the president. That's exactly what's happening here. So tell me, sir, where it's illegal.
You cannot go into an agency like USAID
Yes, you can.
and essentially fire everybody and get rid of that agency.
Yes, you can.
You cannot do that's an agency that was created by Congress
For the executive branch. You created it under the executive branch. So you have no more control over it. None. You've lost control over it. So if the president says everyone's fired, everyone's fired. That's not illegal.
They want to get rid of USAID? Fine. Come to the Congress, make your case. You can't do it unilaterally. You cannot withhold U.S. funds that were appropriated for Medicaid, for community health centers.
Okay, now here's where he goes wrong. I'm done with that. There is no funding that is being withheld for medical and in hunger and in defense. There's no funds are being withheld for that nonsense. None. No, there's none. There's nothing being withheld that is going to somebody's going to lose their life. Please. Elon Musk is having a good time. He really is having a great time. Donald Trump is having a great time. Yeah, he's having a great time. There's no way that these two men would do something that would kill somebody. If that were the case, I know a lot of people would be missing right now. Like day one. And again, we're only on day 17. This is too much fun. Bernie, you're an idiot. Get out of here. You're done. I thought the burn. The burn, buddy. Then two of the most internally ugly human beings in the world, Joy Reid and Pocahontas, chief spreading bull herself. Hey, look, Liz Warren. I want to share their opinion.
About what you just said is just to remind people, we built a government
we built this city. No, anybody? We built this city on rock and roll.
Work for all of us.
Yes.
You know, we're just all better off if, in fact, the bird flu gets under control, and that our eggs won't kill us.
They won't
we
kill
are
us.
all better off. We're better off. We make these
By the way, what eggs? Evil witch.
Investments in infrastructure. We make this investments in our payment system so people don't get cheated. That's how we keep the economy going. And look, bless everybody who gets out there and makes a fortune. Bless everybody who gets up every day and goes to work. But understand the underpinnings of all that are something we all invested in. And now we've got Donald Trump and his co-president, Elon Musk.
Co-president.
And they're just running a wrecking ball through it. And it's not like...
Came in like a wrecking ball. Oh, I'll do the... No, Eric Church version. Ooh. That Eric Church version of Wrecking Ball, his song Wrecking Ball, some baby making music right there.
It's an abstract problem. It is really and truly the kid who needs an aide to be able to sit in class so that they can get an education.
Shut up.
Taking that aide away. And maybe taking away that whole classroom.
Oh, God. You just stop. God, she's fantastic, isn't she? She is fantastic. The biggest advertisement for the Republican Party ever. This whole group of these slappies. It's awesome to watch. Too much fun to watch. Except they are, except they're being exposed. You're darn right. And Rhonda thinks that We Built This City on Rock and Roll is the worst song ever. I say most everything from Bruce Springsteen is the worst song ever. But okay, if you want to go ahead and go ahead and hate me. I don't go ahead. Music isn't even music anymore. Music has nothing. Literally, Beyonce won Best Country Album. That's like saying that Dwight Yoakam is up for the hip hop album of the year next year. Come on. Bunch of nonsense. Yeah. Alice Cooper's up for the next polka, the best polka album. So dumb. Oh, Ron is correct. I don't know about that. I don't know if that's the worst song ever. I don't know. It's singable. It's very sing-alongable. I'll put it that way. Dwight could pull it off, dude. I saw him actually open. I just mentioned Eric Church. I actually saw him open for Eric Church. Man, I love Dwight Yoakam. God, I love Dwight Yoakam. Good stuff there. Do you know Dwight Yoakam was in Wedding Crashers? Do you guys know that? Him and Rebecca De Mornay were the couple that were getting divorced in the first scene. So good. I don't know. I'll take some of your freaking Flyer Miles. If you guys want to throw your freaking Flyer Miles, right? It's such a good movie. Oh, so good. Oh, she only won because her husband paid millions for her to play the cat. Nah. There's something more nefarious than that, Rhonda. Something a lot more nefarious than that. You see everybody that gets up and gets an award, they have to thank Beyonce? The hell? Yeah. Yeah. Is my sign askew? I think my sign's askew. Look at this. Ever walk the streets of Bakersfield? Yeah. The best about you to California, small hood. All right, let's stay on it, or we can get to music, whatever. Just because you can rhyme Lexus with Texas does not mean it's a country album. And you brought Miley Cyrus in. Miley Cyrus hasn't done anything country since Billy Ray was changing her diapers. I'll say it again. Miley Cyrus intimidates the hell out of me. I can meet Beyonce straight up and wouldn't even shudder, wouldn't even break a sweat. Miley Cyrus rolls in the room, I'd be like, I don't want to. Yep, that's exactly what happened. Rap version of I would say a rap version of Guitars and Cadillacs. Is that what's called? Yeah. Hillbilly music. Such a good song. Oh, this thing called Love too. There's a little cover of that. Oh, fantabulous. I just heard there was a Nickelback song that I just saw that was a cover of something that was fantastic. Yeah. All right, you two. Let's get back into this. Elon Musk Derangement Syndrome running wild. Listen to this bozo.
Musk threatened to go after Medicare and Medicaid.
Yep.
Just yesterday, we also learned that Head Start programs serving 20,000 young students are locked out of their federal funding by Elon Musk.
Fantastic. Not by Elon
To be clear, that means that you have a billionaire, the richest person on earth, willing to take away your health care, willing to take away kids' lunches and meals, willing to take away pre-K, just so that he can finance a tax break for himself and his billionaire buddies.
Keep it up, Dems. I love you, dude. Just keep it up. You guys are doing great. God, it's only been 17 days, and you guys are running yourself into the biggest electoral hole that you could possibly dig yourselves into. This is fantastic. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep acting like this. Because, again, you've got at least 2 more presidential cycles where Gen X is firmly in charge, and we don't buy this crap. We don't care about you sniveling about there was what Obama used to do it, right? Met this boy Timmy in Oklahoma City. Mom couldn't afford healthcare. That stuff. No one cares. Sorry, Timmy. I don't have healthcare. Nobody's talking about me.
And just last night, Elon Musk came out and we found out that he's interfering with air traffic control.
He's not.
When Musk took over Twitter, he repeatedly crashed that platform.
Oh, here comes the
It's not a big deal if your app doesn't load one day, but it is a huge deal if you don't know if your plane is going to crash or not.
But it is a huge deal. At least he's not reading it. Good God. Yeah. Oh, they just said they're actually looking in. What did he say? Plugging into him and his little his nerdery is plugging into the FAA to see what they can do to help things out. That's it. It's going to be 2 years from now when we're in midterms, and it's going to be 2 years after that where I'm saying the same thing. God, I told you so, y'all. I told you. Look, one thing I'll give me and Rob. Holy crap, we almost bat 1,000. So we keep saying, hey, this is going to happen, guys. You need to pay attention. And this started at Jan 6. All through COVID, we were batting 1,000. And I'm telling the Dems right now, if you want this to be a fair fight, because I love a fair fight. I like a hotly contested contest. Love it. Our republic needs that. Needs the balance of the progressives and conservatives. We need the balance. We thrive in that. But this isn't even going to be fun. It's going to be a damn red wave. It's like, yeah, of course that guy's going to lose. Of course he's not going to have a seat. Of course, with all the redistricting and all that and the gerrymandering. Oh, man. Long time accident crash. Oh, that's fantastic. There you go. Well done. Well played. Yes. Oh, can't wait till they get up there a month or two. The IRS. Oh my gosh. No, I got to tell you something. I do agree that the IRS is going to be fun, but here's what I do want to say, Brendan. When he does get into Medicaid and Medicare, that's where it is. That's the lion's share. That's the big bad boy right there. That is where the fraud is. Social Security thing. So, and then they're gonna go. These slappies are gonna use the same playbook. They want to get rid of your Social Security. No, they want to make sure your Social Security is around for a minute. If we get rid of the waste and fraud, we can turn that ship around in a heartbeat. What we need is, and the great part about this is, please understand, this ain't the old days. You don't have to go through check stubs, right? Nobody's writing out checks. Everything is digital. Everything is recorded. His nerdery, and by his, I mean Elon Musk's nerdery, can find anything they want to find now. They've tapped into the United States, and they can find what they want to find. They can find the fraud. It's easy to find the fraud. What's scary is I would like somebody to start talking. If you have been in Congress, yes, I'll talk to Schweikert about it. I'll talk to Biggs, especially now he's running for governor. I want to talk to him. I want it to be known how you could have been in Congress this long and you did not do this. How? Why? Why didn't you do that? Because you're on the guys that, oh, that's just a small percentage of what we do. Good. We the people would like some change for our tax dollars. Would be nice if we can bring in some change, right? This is probably the best 2 weeks that the United States has had in years and years and years. I don't think that the first Trump presidency was all that great shakes. I really don't. I think there's some really good moves and some really good things, but he was a politician run by politicians, and it wasn't as great as this. We literally have 4 years of what we're seeing right now, and it is going to be glorious. Glorious. I want all of them. We're clearing up a lot of room in the jails, right? We're clearing a lot of room now. I want all these Medicare and Medicaid scammers brought to jail. I want all these Social Security scammers brought to jail. Let's set a number. Let's say somebody fudged a little. Okay, they could go to work, but they really didn't want to for a few months. Okay, whatever. Not going to jail. Let's set a number. If you have been fraudulent with the Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, if you have been fraudulent with any of that, over what amount do we put, guys? What amount do you want to say? 100 grand? 50 grand? I say 100 grand. Straight to jail. Going to jail. You're not pleading down. You're going to jail. Just like here in Arizona, the DUI minimum, 30-day minimum. You're at 30 days in jail minimum for what you have done. And then we'll stack it on from there. I say a year for every 100,000. I'll show them. Or send them down to the Supermax prisons, and they'll teach them. Send them down for 2 days. That'll do, yeah. Snake oil pharmaceuticals giving us placebos or experimentals. Alfred, yeah. Dude, all of this is coming to light. All of this is going to. And you know the cool part about this? I heard it was just an opinion article. It was stupid. They were talking about the potential now for assassination and the potential for Elon Musk to get taken out. Is it technically an assassination now if you're not an elected official? I don't know. Anyway, murder of whatever. Ball's rolling. Sorry. Y'all, the train left. They cannot stop the train from leaving the station. It is left. The train has left the station. And anyone, whether it's J.D. Vance or who's the guy that founded Twitter who's very close friends with Elon Musk, would probably just jump in and just say, okay, I'll do it. I'll do the same thing. I'll be head of Doge. Oh, Rand Paul would step in and run Doge. Hell yeah. Yeah. You can't stop this. You can't stop this, and they know it. Oh, I love it. Including the politicians. Hell yeah, Lynn. Hell yeah. Yeah, we're going to include the politicians. I don't care who they are. If Schweikert's on the taking anyway, I will smack him myself. Oh, I'd be so mad. God, I'd be heartbroken. I don't think he is. The guy's one of the most stand-up human beings in the world. I love him to death. Oh, that would really bum me out. That's it. I had enough. Go back to MySpace. MySpace. I don't even think I had a MySpace page. I just thought it was weird. I didn't really get it. I didn't understand it. That was in the back. I don't even know. Do this? I'm sure they do. Like chat rooms. People just going in chat rooms. I thought, what a cool concept. I've never been in one. Never been in a chat room. But again, even in chat rooms are saved on a server. This does not go away. It's not erased. Not erased at all. MySpace had some cool features. MySpace really did have some cool features. I think that Meta and X and YouTube would be smart to borrow some of those cool features, that cool lists and things where you get to tell a little bit about yourself, playlists and whatnot, good stuff. I'm sure they have it. I really don't know. Social media is exhausting. It's absolutely exhausting. This is what is being exposed now. Well, hold on. We can get to, hold on, back to Elon Musk here real quick, because this is the train is leaving the station when I'm sorry, I won't say the train's leaving the station. We are about to discover Epstein's entire client list and Lolita Express guests and island guests. The thought that will happen is starting to grow teeth. Pam Bondi is on it. Kash Patel will be on it, unless these guys have anything to do with it. Before I start it, just watch the sign. Look at this. They made a freaking sign.
The nominations of individuals to serve
Block
on the
Kash
courts
Patel.
of our land, which are often lifetime appointments. This appointment of the head of the FBI is one of the most serious that the Senate Judiciary Committee should consider.
Yeah, and the reason why is because Dick Durbin is part of the Epstein client list, period. You cannot convince me any other way, or one of his handlers or his donors, whatever it is. Dick Durbin has blocked the Epstein client list dozens of times. It is in his committee. It is under his purview, and he has blocked it, and blocked it. So this is why he has this, stop Kash Patel.
Decided 50 years ago to depoliticize the FBI by giving 10-year tenures to those who headed up the FBI to transcend any single administration or any single president. Boring. So that's one of the most important things that distinguishes this nomination from others.
Why?
Secondly, we have an individual in Kash Patel who has published a book which in detail describes his view of politics in America. It is a book that is filled with grievances, filled with conspiracy theories, and filled with information of how he sided with the January 6 rioters.
Here we go, the Jan 6
against the police in this very Capitol complex.
Yeah.
And so when he came to testify before the committee, we had some questions that he was asked and he needed to answer about his conduct. And we went through them, particularly on the element of the J6 choir. I know this sounds like a curious thing to spend any time on. But
yeah, it does, because no one cares, Dick. No one cares, Dick Durbin. No one cares. No one cares. Here's the deal. Kash Patel has promised to expose the FBI, and all of us want to see it. You can have Democrats and progressive voters that think that say outwardly, oh my gosh, that's going to make our country unsafe. Joy Reid told me that. I learned on MSNBC that this Kash Patel guy, he's a conspiracy theorist, and he's going to just destroy the FBI. Inside, they're saying, I really hope we get to see what the hell's going on. I really would like to know what the hell's going on. We've all wanted to know what the hell's going on. Republican, Democrat, Independent, doesn't matter. Everybody wants the exposure of all of this. And idiot, spineless, criminal worms like Dick Durbin, well, they're the reason why we all want to know what the hell's going on in the FBI. The interim FBI director will not allow the president to have access to who was in the crowd, how many FBI assets were in there on Jan 6th. There were dozens. They were in there inciting this entire riot. Republican or Democrat, you better damn well want to know that. Because here's the deal. If I was, and I'd like to think, you guys might know me a little better than this, but I think I really do. I really do think that I would be that guy. You guys know me. I give credit where credit's due. I've given that bozo Fetterman enough credit, so you guys know that I do give credit where credit's due. And I admit when I'm wrong. So if there were no assets in the crowd Jan 6th, I'd have a different opinion. If something came along that I spoken out, let's say that the jab was insanely safe and actually did what it was advertised to do, I would apologize. I'd say, dude, my bad. Dude, my bad. I completely, I was all in on the other side on that one, and I was blinded by some things, and it was on me. This is on me. Those were all my choices. Those were on me. I would hope that we would get some sort of progressive, especially from the progressive wing of my tribe, after all this comes out, that the FBI truly was inciting this riot or assisting in inciting this riot, and that specific things were withheld from security to make sure that it went as planned. Once that comes out, I would like them to say, you know what, Mike, I was all about lock these Jan 6ers up forever. I was all about string them up. I was all about this and that until I saw this. And yeah, this was our government doing it. I would love for that possibility. But Dick Durbin can't have that, because Dick Durbin's here doubling down on January 6th. Doubling down on January 6th when he knows damn well what in the back of his mind exactly why he doesn't want Kash Patel to head up the FBI, because the FBI has two things: Hunter Biden's laptop and the Epstein client list. But Mike, Hunter Biden has a blanket pardon. Kind of. Those blanket pardons are going to be challenged, by the way, and Hunter Biden's not going to be rung up. Hunter Biden is going to be scared into turning on his family, and those blanket pardons won't stand. And his family wasn't the only one tied up in these things, by the way. There were several other, the Obamas, everybody's tied up in this. Clintons, especially. When Doge gets into the Clinton Foundation, holy crap. You are going to see fraud at the highest level. Oh, it's going to be wonderful. You're going to see selling access to the White House. You are going to see preferential contracts. You are going to see where foreign aid went as it relates to donations to the Clinton Foundation. Good Lord. Woo! You're going to see some crazy stuff. Hell, I forgot where I was going. I get a little fired up. And get off track here. Yes. I want to know why you keep saying Dick with emphasis, Mike. Gee, I wonder why, Len. Because it's Dick Durbin. Yeah. My grandfather went by Dick. His name wasn't Dick. It blew me away. I was like, dude, really? That's what you chose? Apparently his whole family called him Tricky Dicky because he loved to play pranks on everybody. That's where that came from. I'm like, dude, okay. But your name is Winston, for the love of grief. It had gone by Winston. It's a badass name. Anyway, it's all coming to light. Dick Durbin is a fraud. Dick Durbin is is apparently okay with what happened with the Epstein Island and children being raped and things like that. Apparently he's okay with it. Doesn't want anyone brought to justice. So how about this? The blanket pardons. That's where I was going with that. They just pop back in there. Dick Durbin has been in Congress his entire life. If you want to see something that's pretty funny, and it reminded me to go back to blanket pardons. But what's funny is I watched Biden tear up Clarence Thomas in his confirmation hearings. Just the most racist idiot that he is or was. And you look around the room and you're like, the same dudes are here. And with you look at there was the Waco documentary. Did you guys see the Waco documentary? Fantastic. Please watch it. Fantabulous. They show the hearings afterwards. Then they get in a little bit into Timothy McVeigh and stuff. And you look around the Senate, look around the House, the same people, same people. Absolutely, because 1990 something, yeah, early 90s. Yeah, we're gonna see. Think Derby, yeah. Nancy also, oh yeah. All of this is coming to light. So just be patient. 17 days we've been in on this, and everything's going to come out. And you're going to see why Pocahontas is freaking out, why Dick Durbin is freaking out. And you're going to see why everybody. See Cory Booker, you see all these people dancing around and hey, ho, ho, Elon Musk has got to go. That is that's the one he came up with. Fantastic. Fleece blankets to just say pardoned. I love it. That's a good idea. All right. Say pardoned. I like that. That's solid. Or just pardon me, please. Yeah, I like the fleece blankets. Or just fleece blankets that say IRS, or fleece blankets say Congress, because get it? Fleecing? No, fleece. I don't know. It'll probably be a stretch. Ooh, there's a lot happening, guys. Is there not? There's a ton happening. But here's the deal. With you guys have USAID. Oh, okay. Thank you. Lynn. God bless you, Lynn. Sometimes Lynn just knocks it out of the park. That's what I wanted to talk about, for the love of grief. The blanket pardons are for crimes that you have. You can only get pardoned, as I understand, legally. You can only get pardoned for a crime that you have committed, for a crime that you have been found guilty of. Now you are pardoned from that. A pardon is not a pardon if it is on something that they have not been convicted on, or if they have been not, or future, whatever. Because I think that they said future crimes as well. It's so stupid. Oh, pardon blankets. Yeah, blanket pardons. I like it. Yep. Everybody gets a blanket pardon. Everybody wants a blanket pardon. Soldiers get pardoned for war. Yeah. But I mean, well, yeah. That's got to fall under a different jurisdiction, I would think. I think civil is maybe there's a difference there between public and private. Who knows? You get a pardon. You get a pardon. Yeah, straight up. This is in South Park. Catholic priest. That's pretty funny, yes. That is funny. Oh my gosh. I think one of the funniest episodes in South Park history is the NAMBLA episode. It's so cringy and so funny. NAMBLA is an actual organization here in the United States, the North American Man Boy Love Association. It's one of those disgusting, vile things that we have in our. The ACLU is represented. This is one of the famous ACLU cases. NAMBLA, and South Park did a NAMBLA episode about that. And they got confused because their convention was in the same hotel that the other NAMBLA was having a convention, and that was the North American Marlon Brando lookalikes. I don't know why I remember that. I don't know why. Oh, that episode was ridiculous, man. Holy cow. All right. Let's get back into it here. Tomorrow we should do some football, some NFL commercials. Fantastic. I'm in. National Association of Marlon Brando lookalikes. Yeah, hell yeah. All right, here we go. Do you remember there was a fire a few weeks ago? Do you guys remember that? Just to show you how the media works, there was this big fire in Southern California, several of them. Pacific Palisades. Yeah. Here we go. Gavin Newscum went on CNN to talk about it, to remind everybody how incompetent he is. Now, there are two things that if I am anyone that primaries Gavin Newscum during the Democrat primary of the next presidential election, and if he becomes the nominee, any Republican that goes up against him, J.D. Vance. I talked to Rob the other day, and I've given him my prediction. I'll give you the prediction as well. It'd be J.D. Vance, Glenn Youngkin. Vance Youngkin ticket. I think that is going to be it. That'd be mine. I think it's going to be Gavin Newsom, Susan Rice. That's what it'll be. I got that. I got a feeling. Unless somebody comes juggernauting away, I don't know. But other than that, this guy's going to run. I would run as a commercial against Gavin Newsom, the montage of him talking about the high-speed rail in California and how many millions he wants and how many millions he wants and how many millions he wants and how nothing is done. It is a perfect example of what an idiot he is. And then I would use this. Right here, this.
Timeline for rebuilding would be 6 to 9 months. Is that going to happen? And should people rebuild in some parts of California, given how high the fire risk?
That's a setup question. That's a complete setup question, but go ahead.
You can't rebuild the same. So we have to rebuild with science. We have to build with climate reality in mind. We have to look at infrastructure, redundancy, systems, ingress, egress as it relates to emergency management and planning, materials. All of that is being reviewed and reconsidered, and with the latest iterations in terms of understanding and technology. And I say technology in the context of how, again, we build the infrastructure to keep it safe, to address undergrounding of lines, how we address the larger issues of redundancy in terms of systems. But more important than anything else is the need to get the debris removed.
Debris still hasn't been removed, by the way. Not a house, not one, not a brick has been removed.
30 days to do the hazardous waste. We want to get 6 to 9 months, the rest of the debris done.
6 to 9 months. These people are screwed. They will make it so hard for people to rebuild their house and get their life back that they'll just say, fine, sell it. They'll sell. They will make it so inconvenient and uncomfortable. BlackRock's just sitting there salivating, just going, I got this whole thing. And this idiot with his 15-minute city nonsense. This is looking more and more nefarious by the day. If the actual fire was not nefarious, the response was. It was not incompetent. It was pure nefariousness. Rhonda, I have seen that as well. I need to do more research on it, and I really don't know how. Maybe I can find some of my Buckeye peeps to do some questioning around for insurance companies. But the rumor is that certain Progressive, I think was the first one, certain insurance companies are backing out of Buckeye. And it is just happens to be in the same spot where Bill Gates bought all his land. If you don't know that, Bill Gates owns a giant chunk of Buckeye. And he wants to build a smart city. 15-minute city, smart city, 6 and 1 doesn't have the other. Insurance companies pulling out because there might be a giant fire. It's some of the most disgusting stuff you'll ever see. But by the way, you got to understand that a lot of this communication, this doesn't happen with one person. Bill Gates doesn't just pull a lever and things like this happen. It's not how it works. So Bill Gates has to talk to people. This communication is not encrypted. This communication is not on secure lines. This communication is out there. And all of this will come to bear. It's going to be wild. Oh, and I am excited for it. I totally am excited for it. Bill Gates needs to be charged with crimes against humanity. Well, wait till you hear Bill Gates sat down with Anderson Cooper. We're going to have him on mañana. And hopefully we'll get some early Super Bowl commercials. There was one with Gillis and I forget the guy's name. Hey, a bunch of face tats. You know what I'm talking about. Funny. Peyton Manning's in it. Yeah. They're like the cul-de-sac party crew. Yeah. It's a Bud Light commercial. It's fantastic. Budweiser's just it when it comes to everything. The only reason why I'm going to watch the Super Bowl, the only reason. Actually, I had the discussion with Queen Bee this morning. She's like, I don't want to. Post Malone. Thank you, Brendan. Appreciate you. She's like, I don't want to watch Super Bowl. You got to understand, this is a line that Queen Bee has said to me, and you all saw this when you were at the event. She looked at me. She goes, you're dating somebody with the energy of a 7-year-old, right? Whew, she's all over the place. So she does not like to sit and watch a sporting event. She doesn't like to sit and just watch sports. She's like, okay, if the Cardinals were in it, I'd watch it, but I just don't want to watch it. I said, I had to break it to her. No one else does. Everyone, the NFL has single-handedly, they've ruined the number one sport, the number one spectator sport, the number one grossing sport in the United States. They've crushed it with this whole Kansas City Chiefs nonsense, the refs, and Beyonce and Taylor Swift. It's terrible. It's terrible. I said Beyonce, I mean Jay-Z. Yeah, don't worry. She was only 16 when they started dating. We're not going to worry about that. But nobody wants to watch the Super Bowl. I'll watch it for the commercials. If you're dealing with like $100 million or whatever it costs now to do a Super Bowl commercial, I'm like, go for it, dude. Now I want to watch it. Now there's it's not millions anymore. It's hundreds of millions. It's tens of millions, excuse me. And it's now they got serious skin in the game. So I will watch to see if we're going to have a Actually, there's one ad that has to be pulled now. One ad that has to be pulled. It was there was an ad basically calling Nike out, saying like, "What's up, Nike? Why won't you protect me as a girl in sports? You're the number one name in sports. Why won't you protect me? Why are you letting boys be in locker rooms with me? Why are you letting boys compete against me?" Ooh, it's gonna be good, but Trump took care of that. Thanks for ruining the Super Bowl commercial, Trump. Oh, Elon. Betting on next commercial brand is fun with anyone. Oh, okay. Oh, I like it. Okay, can we just do like genre? I think it's going to be a beer commercial. This is going to be a detergent commercial. This is going to be a snack commercial. I'd do that. Yeah, I'm in. I'm all about that. Halftime show. People notice always and always in their careers. Halftime show people never have comebacks. Well, now that the NFL is charging to be a halftime show, yeah, they don't get paid. And by the way, Kendrick Lamar is going to continue to win Grammys and continue to sell albums because of his beef with Drake. I don't get it. I don't get any of it, but whatever. But I like that They Not Like Us. They Not Like Us song. I dig it. That is a catchy song. But I'll watch it. I'm all about Queen Bee's daughter's all about like lights go down in the house, like watch the Super Bowl halftime show. She loves it. And by the way, they don't understand. They don't. I might show her the Prince halftime show, which I think is I don't even think it's arguably. I think it's top 3 easy. Guys, come with me on that. Actually, let's talk about it tomorrow. Let's do that. Let's talk about the halftime shows tomorrow. Because that halftime show was one of the sickest things I've ever seen. Yeah, there's been bad ones. There's been really bad ones. So we'll go over a few of the we'll share some. Let's have some fun tomorrow, you guys. Because I mean, whatever. I'm a little out of breath from all this winning, and all this exposing. So I don't have the music for you guys. You don't know the music you guys mentioned. Oh, okay. The Prince was amazing. I think Dan knows that. Knows what's up. Prince halftime was number 1 by Musk. Okay, all right. Brandon's saying that. Yeah. Prince was. Oh man, Prince lived in Minnesota. Weird dude. Weird guy. God, he's a talent. If you want to see a really cool, remember when MTV did Unplugged, which was fantastic. I really dug on MTV Unplugged back when MTV was about music. Prince did one. And he sings the song Cream. Cream, by the way, is one of the most, if you listen to the lyrics of Cream, it is one of the most motivational songs. Like it's one of my alarm clock songs. It is motivating. It's just about rising to the top. It's fantastic. But anyway, he sings it and the audience kind of chimes in. And so he starts kind of working with the audience on how to it's fun to watch. So check that out. Cream Unplugged. Prince, you're going to enjoy that. Yes. Prince, yes. A voice to text. I got you with that, buddy. We knows. Yeah. He said French was some. Hold on. Yes. Back when French did their halftime show. That's so funny, man. All right. My wife loves Prince, but I've never seen the movie Purple. What? Had her watch it. She was like, yeah, exactly. Dude, seriously. What was it? Apollonia? Remember that? Oh, well, Purple Rain was just awesome. I love it. Raspberry Beret is one of the most bouncy songs ever. Okay, I'm going to go listen to some Prince. All right, you guys, you are amazing, and we will do this tomorrow. Let's have some fun tomorrow. Let's do some halftime shows, some cool. I bring it for me if you guys could. Your top Super Bowl commercials of all time. The sooner you get them to me, the better. And I'll see if I can pull some commercials for us. All right, guys, you guys are absolutely the best. We will see you mañana right here on